Hello there. Windy day near some hiking trails, which is really where a 2001 Outback Sport should be. I think these are cool. I've kind of always thought they were cool. And this one's cool because it has almost no miles on it. 27,000 miles and change, which is unbelievably unusual. This was not an expensive car somebody bought and squirreled away. It's a car somebody bought and they used it, and they used it a lot. They put a lot of miles on it, and usually hard miles. These were bought because they were practical and they were all-wheel drive, and so they got used on salted roads and inclement weather, and so some of them slid off the road. Some of them rusted out. Lots and lots of them rusted out. This one's been in California since, I don't know, it was new, I believe. Sure looks like it. And not really driven. So let's poke around it. Because it had less time driven and more time sitting, it does have a little bit of sun damage. So here on the trim, on the roof, definitely paint's pretty flat. It is faded in some spots, mostly here at the leading edge of this roof here. The hood isn't so bad. The clear definitely has like a flat texture to it. A paint correction would certainly help. I don't know if it'll make it perfect. There is some fading on this hood scoop though. Something bumped it there. It does have a little kiss on the edge of the hood here. Some dings and scrapes. I don't know if this was like a church on Sunday back and forth car or what, but got a little minor bump and buckle here. I don't notice too here at the back of the fender, so it makes me wonder if this got lightly pushed this way at one point and it kind of pushed the fender back. The gaps don't look killer though. That's kind of really most of the flaws here. There's a little bit here on the bumper. There's some on this quarter panel we'll take a look at. Quarter panel rear door. The top of the moldings on this side are faded. See here on this one as well. Little scrape. And there's a light scuff here into the quarter panel dog leg here. These are not the original wheels. In preparation for the sale, sitting right next to it in the car donation yard was, I believe, a 2002. This is an 01. It was a 2002 or 2003 Bug-Eye, one of these with a bad motor, but good wheels and tires. The wheels and tires on this one, the tires were very, very aged out and needed to be replaced. And it had steelies, but all the wheel covers were missing, and finding the original ones was kind of dicey. So just swap these over, which is a good solution. They look good and they're proper for this car, if not the exact originals. Just have some marks on the back bumper. Typical bumper damage, a little faded on the top here and over here. Let's check out the interior, which is a 27,000 mile interior. Seats are very nice. There's some holes poked in the back here on the rear. They don't look like, they're not cigarette burn holes. So I don't know, maybe moving the dog around, maybe setting something back there. Something poked a couple of holes in there, which is a bummer, because the rest of this interior is 27,000 mile interior. fires right on up. 27,447 is the mileage. And yeah, this thing is cool. These were pretty basic, no frills cars when new. You bought one because you wanted reasonable fuel economy, reasonable space, in a compact four-wheel drive vehicle. Still a pretty popular combination today, if you ask me. So this one doesn't have a ton of crazy bells and whistles. You got the power mirrors, which work. You got luxuries like power locks. That's working. Windows. This one's down. Goes up and down. Let's try this one. Cool. Try the rears. There we go. Up and down. You know, 20,000 mile car, 27,000 mile car. Hasn't had a whole lot of opportunity for stuff to break yet. Automatic transmissions feels good. We'll go on a drive here in a second. I have not tested the tape deck here. Radio does work even if I don't. Oh, you know what? I know why we're not getting reception. We have a manual antenna up here. There we go. This perhaps could be your ticket to paradise. Sorry, I had to sneak some Eddie money in there while he came on the radio. We'll pop the hood. We'll take a look under there. Good news is, the reason a lot of these cars are also off the road is head gasket failures, which if you are remotely familiar with Subarus, the EJ25, really, honestly, in almost all naturally aspirated versions, super well-deserved reputation for blowing head gaskets. This one is the EJ22, the 2.2 liter, and while it makes a little bit less power, they're known for not having head gasket issues and being unrealistically reliable. So that's what's in this car, which is absolutely the one you want. This is about the perfect one of these if you wanted one, with the exception of most people probably want a manual, but this thing still gets around pretty well with the 4-speed auto. AC works. It is indeed cold. Got all our speeds. Blend door works. Hot and cold. All of the things. Cup holder works. Those like to break. This one has not had that opportunity yet. This little storage cubby, it does work. It's a little like floppy. You know, I think every one of these I've seen has been broken already, so I suspect it's a super common thing. But good news is, where you keep it when you're driving it, it sits there. It doesn't wiggle around then. Yeah, let's look under the hood. Oh, wipers. Yep, they wipe. Signals. Yep. All right, let's look under the hood. Let's look under the back seat real quick. I've got 2 tickets to paradise. All right, this is that EJ22 purring away. Looks very clean, looks very dry up top, looks very dry underneath. Check out the photos for that. What I don't know about this, and I'm gonna see if I can do a little bit of homework, but I don't know if I'm gonna find the answer here. No idea if a timing belt water pump service has ever been performed on this car. Bit more me, unless I can concoct up a service record showing that this thing, something's been done with regards to that on this car. I would assume it's never been done, and I would do it the moment I brought it home. Cheap insurance on what is otherwise a pretty bulletproof engine in this 2.2 liter. So they're not terrible to do on these. If you find yourself handy and you want to do it, go for it. If not, pay someone to do it. It shouldn't be catastrophically expensive. And you'll be good for, I think, 105,000 miles is the service interval. Or 10 years. And if this is on the original one, we're 20 plus years in. So Definitely worth changing. Back here is nice. There's the aforementioned holes poked in the seat. Otherwise, it's all nice back here. It does have the little cargo net. We'll look in the back real quick, then we'll go for a drive. Ignore my camera bag. But yeah, nothing to write home about back here. It does have the dealer installed, you know, all-weather mat back here, which is nice. You've got space to plug stuff in. Got the cargo cover. And I noticed that this is fun. It still has the original protective plastic on these tail lamps, which is, I don't know, kind of silly. All right, let's go for a quick drive, see what this 2.2 liter does. Let's go. Okay. 2001 Outback Sport. Let's go for a drive. The brakes occasionally are a little noisy. They feel fine. I don't see anything wrong with them. This guy's taking their time. I'll let them go. But sometimes they make a little bit of squeal. Don't know if that's going to pick up on camera. Not the end of the world. They stop just fine. Well, there's a little rattle coming out of the cargo area. Don't know what that is. I don't think that's my camera bag. I think that's maybe a piece of trim. You know what? Maybe it's that cargo cover. Sounds like that is maybe what that could be. There's not a lot back there to be wiggling around. This thing feels good. It feels like a 27,000 mile car. Yeah, the brakes don't sound great. I'll leave this guy on. So yeah, this little 2.2. If you ask me, for one of these, unless you're gonna do, you know, STI swap or something crazy, it's the engine you want. It tends to be far more reliable without all of the head gasket issues and stuff that the 2.5 would have, and the you know, the power penalty is not that extreme, especially with an automatic. You're not, you know, track dang this thing or anything. So I don't think you'll miss the power, but you'll miss not being able to drive your car when the head gasket goes on a 2.5. You don't have that same concern with the 2.2. Okay, so that is a quick little run around in the nearly no mileage Outback Sport. Good little car. You know, I would do timing belt water pump service, and then just drive the ever living bejesus out of it, for lack of a better phrase there. It is for sale. You can go ahead and place a bid on it over at Cars and Bids. So please do that. Bid often, bid early. check out the link in the description below to get there. And thanks for hanging out with me. All right, let's get on the freeway.